The empath and the narcissist through our reset model. Our reset model states, trauma is not caused only by an event. It is caused by a structural collapse inside the child. What is this structural collapse? 1. The stability system, or inner father field, fails, leading to a sense of having no protection. 2. The safety system, inner mother field, overloads, leading to a lack of emotional regulation. 3. The emotional memory, child self, gets stuck, leading to no identity maturation and trauma memory and identity. Every trauma symptom, emotional sensitivity, abandonment fear, rescuing, rage, shame, narcissism, codependency, chronic pleasing, can be traced back to this three-part collapse. This triad is the foundation of the reset method. This chapter 2 in our reset video series is about the empath and narcissist through the reset lens. This chapter integrates the entire empath-narcissist polarity into the stability, father field, safety, mother field, child identity architecture so that you instantly understand that both personalities come from the exact same wound expressed in opposite directions. Let's go. The empath and the narcissist through the reset model. A unified developmental architecture behind two opposite personalities. 1. Introduction, opposites that come from the same wound. Empaths and narcissists are typically viewed as psychological opposites. One is overly attuned, self-sacrificing, and relational. The other is self-focused, detached, and demanding. But reset reveals a deeper and more accurate reality. The empath and the narcissist are two expressions of the same developmental trauma. They emerge from the same double parentification trap, but diverge depending on which internal system collapses first. Reset shows that empath, safety system, mother field, overdevelops, stability system, father field, collapses. Narcissist, stability system, father field, overdevelops in a distorted way, safety system, mother field, collapses. But both originate in failed stability internalization, absent/unstable father, overwhelmed safety internalization, overburdened mother, child forced into premature adult roles, trauma-based identity freeze. This chapter maps this entire architecture. 2. The common origin, double parentification. As chapter 1 in our first video about reset explained, trauma forms when the stability system, paternal function, fails, the safety system, maternal function, overloads, the child identity becomes stuck regulating the parents. This produces two survival adaptations. Which adaptation forms depends on temperament, birth order, gender dynamics, neurotype, for example, sensitivity or strength, how the family system distributes emotional labor. These two adaptations are the root of empath and narcissist patterns. 3. The empath, the child who becomes the mother. 3.1 The psychological pathway. The empath forms when the father is absent, passive, explosive, unreliable, or emotionally unresponsive. The mother is overwhelmed, anxious, depressed, or dependent. The child is recruited into emotional parentification. The child becomes the emotional stabilizer, the confidant, the peacekeeper, the mediator, the supporter, the rescuer. Empaths grow up overusing the safety system or mother field mechanics. Emotional absorption, hyperempathy, self-sacrifice, fear of conflict, merging with others' emotions, difficulty setting boundaries, inability to tolerate disapproval, chronic guilt. Their identity becomes defined around, I must stay small, soft, and endlessly giving to keep others stable. This is the child who had to mother the mother. 3.2 The empath's missing architecture. Our reset model reveals that empaths lack internal stability system or father field mechanics. Clear boundaries, self-protection, assertiveness, emotional detachment, adult authority. Because the father never provided stability, the empath cannot feel safe without pleasing, cannot say no, collapses into guilt when asserting needs, develops chronic emotional over-responsibility. This is not compassion. This is developmental trauma disguised as kindness. 4. The narcissist, the child who becomes the father. 4.1 The psychological pathway. The narcissist forms when the father is harsh, narcissistic, absent, or dominant. The mother is emotionally withdrawn or dead. The child is left without emotional co-regulation. The child becomes emotionally hardened, self-reliant, defensive, grandiose, boundary-focused, controlling. This is the child who inflates the stability system or father field mechanics in a distorted way: over-control, denial of vulnerability, entitlement, emotional detachment, aggressive defense, manipulation, shame avoidance. Their identity becomes defined around, I must stay big, strong, untouchable, and superior to avoid collapse. This is the child who had to father himself. 4.2 The narcissist's missing architecture. Our reset model reveals that narcissists lack internal safety system or mother field mechanics, vulnerability, empathy, relational warmth, emotional reciprocity, connection. Because the mother was emotionally unavailable or collapsed, the narcissist shuts down feelings, rejects dependence, hides shame, compensates through grandiosity, avoids emotional intimacy. This is not confidence. This is developmental trauma disguised as superiority. 5. The empath narcissist magnet, trauma fitting into trauma. Why do they attract each other? Because their missing systems perfectly complement each other's wounds. Empath equals strong external safety system plus weak internal stability system, which is a strong mother field energy in overdrive, and a weak father energy field. Narcissist equals strong external stability system plus weak internal safety system, which is a weak mother field energy and a strong father energy field in overdrive. Thus, the empath provides emotional warmth the narcissist lacks, the narcissist provides structure the empath lacks, the empath softens the narcissist's shame, the narcissist gives the empath a sense of direction, the empath's weak boundaries dissolve the narcissist's fears, the narcissist's presence fills the empath's emptiness. They complete each other's wounds in a toxic loop. This isn't love. This is the child's self trying to fix the childhood parental system using a partner during adulthood. 6. The reset solution, rebalancing the internal architecture. Our reset model dissolves the empath-narcissist polarity by restoring both missing systems. Step 1. Rebuild stability system or father energy field in both empath and narcissist. Empath learns boundaries, gains inner authority, stops overgiving, stops emotional absorption, becomes grounded and firm. Narcissist releases grandiosity, integrates vulnerability, stops controlling external reality, develops authentic self-leadership. This corrects paternal developmental failure. Step 2. Rebuild safety system or mother energy field in both empath and narcissist. Empath stops rescuing, releases guilt, tolerates conflict, stops equating love with labor. Narcissist accesses vulnerability, permits relational intimacy, develops emotional resonance, stops avoiding shame. This corrects maternal developmental failure. Step 3. Release the trauma child in both empath and narcissist. Empath stops being the emotional parent, exits the caretaker role, reclaims identity. Narcissist stops hiding the wounded child, ends the defensive self, develops internal safety. Both experience emotional memory reconsolidation, identity rebirth, reduction in trauma-driven behavior. Our reset model turns the polarity back into a unified, functional adult identity. 7. Empath and narcissist, two sides of the same child trying to survive. Through the reset model, the truth becomes clear: the empath is the child who adapted through emotional compliance. The narcissist is the child who adapted through emotional rejection. But both are parentified, traumatized, identity frozen, overwhelmed, carrying parental roles, incapable of adult emotional autonomy, split from their true identity. Our reset model restores the missing architecture so the empath learns to stand, the narcissist learns to feel, the child's self is released, the adult identity becomes primary, relationships become possible. This is the first unified model that explains the empath-narcissist dynamic not as a mystery, but as a predictable result of the same developmental wound. 8. Conclusions. Empaths and narcissists are not different species. They are not opposites in essence. They are siblings of the same trauma. Our reset model integrates what psychology has kept separate: attachment theory, parentification research, identity formation, emotional development, trauma neuroscience, relational pattern. By restoring the stability system, the mother field, and safety system, the father field, and releasing the child self, this reset model resolves what both empaths and narcissists have been trapped in for decades, the unfinished childhood that keeps running their adult life.